Time to climb that mountain. I'm not gonna stop till I reach the very top. It's a decision I've made. I'm gonna follow through. I promise I'll keep to me and you. All that I need is within me. I just have to trust my instinct. I've got the eye of the tiger, heart of the lion, fierce as a dragon. Ain't no denying I'm right on time as I keep on trying. Stepped off course, but now I'm flying. I'm gonna thread that needle through the finish line. I don't need no medal. The race is the prize. Shoot for the stars, you may land on the moon. Step by step, you just have to move. Sooner or later, it's now or never. Sooner or later, now or never. I'm grateful for these folks in the road. The closer I look, these folks are gold. I'm gonna walk with love and face that fear, because I know it's only up from here. All that I need is within me. I just have to trust my instinct. It's not gonna be easy, it might get tough. Even when I've run out of luck, dig down deep, keep showing up. I know I've got all the right stuff. It'll take some courage when I'm afraid. Have to have faith, let my heart lead the way. Shoot for the stars, you may land on the moon. Step by step, you just have to move. Sooner or later, it's now or never. Sooner or later, now or never. Time to climb that mountain. I'm not gonna stop till I reach the very top.
You're the cure to all my pains. 널 좋아하나 봐. 널 사랑하나 봐. 이제는 더 이상은 숨길 수 없잖아. 매일 더 아껴줄 거야. 안아줄 거야. We're meant to be, you can't deny. 매일 더 다가갈 거야. 사랑해줄 거야. You're my sunshine after rain. 네가 좋아. 무지개 빈 하늘을 봐. 또 푸르른 하늘과 Silver lining in the clouds. 바람결에 흐르는 너의 향기. 햇살 같은 눈밑 작은 점 하나것이 사랑해주지 않고 못 배겨. Oh baby 널 좋아하나 봐. 널 사랑하나 봐. 이제는 더 이상은 숨길 수 없잖아. 매일 더 아껴줄 거야. 안아줄 거야. We're meant to be, can't deny. 매일 더 다가갈
Soft light falls quiet. You almost leaned in. Shadows move, skin to skin. Something was spoken. Will you let me in? You and I will always have that one night. Come morning light, we'll always have that sunrise. We'll always have that sunrise. Daybreak, shadows fade. You step back, I step away. Nothing's broken, nothing new. Only the sunlight. Over you and I will always have that one night. That sunrise. I don't wanna leave. I don't wanna go. Just for a moment, be close to you.